Very good morning. Now we are going to see about how to work with the branching statements in Python. In our previous video, we have been discussing about how a variable can be declared in idle application in Python environment and how to get the input, the user input, that to a runtime user input as a runtime assignment, everything. Excuse me. So here in this video, we are going to see the syntax for the branching statements, how these branching statements can be used. Okay, so what are the different types of the branching statements that we have here? That we'll see now. Okay, so let's take a blank document here. Okay, fine. So this is enough for us. So we are going to see about the branching statements. Okay, so what different types of branching statements? Simple if, yeah. Then second, we have if and else, if else statements. Then ladder if, nested if. Sorry, spelling mistake. So ladder if, and nested if. Okay, these are things that we are going to see. So for that, let's get the normal the input from the user. Okay, I mean the input of and the normal what the prompting. So enter the integer value for a. Yes, copy the same can be copied because we can have the 2 or 3 variables as if required. Okay, fine. If required, sorry, control Z. If necessary, we'll go with that. Okay, so now we can get the user input. Okay, so now I'm going to check. So what is the value of a is? If the value of a equal to something 10, I am providing a condition. So if the value of a is equal to 10, I have to print something. Yes, the value of a is 10. So that is what I want to print. Okay, so what we have to do is there is no indentation. The indentation is we cannot say that is very important because that indentation can be given manually. If you are right with the syntax, automatically the Python interpreter, the Python shell gives you the proper indentations, indents I mean to say. Yeah. So what we are missing out here is, you know what? In normal C programming, we use curly braces. Yeah. So once you start writing with the programming language, what we do is we'll use the curly braces. This is what the proper way of coding. This is what we call as indents in Python programming. But in fact, we don't use these curly braces in Python. So instead, we use indents. So how those indents can be created? Yeah, only because if we are right with the syntax. Whatever we do, if there is a condition for branching statements, once you're done with the condition, that code should end with colon. That is must. So now you see the difference. It is properly started with the proper indent. Yeah, if the value of a equal to 10, a is equal to 10, then you can start your next code. Print whatever you wanna print. You can do it here. Yes, the value. The value of a is 10. Okay. Yeah. So this is normal if. Okay. So here we need to run the module. Yes, run module. So before that, it needs to be saved. I'm saving it as a sample. Already we have a sample program. So SAM with that is enough desktop. Okay, fine. So this is saved now. I'm running this module. And probably I will have my shell here. To get the point? Yes, I hope you can understand. It is asking for an integer value a. Okay, I'm just printing 5. It prints nothing. See, I'm doing it again, I'm running it again, because the condition which I've given is only if it equals to 10. It will say that the value is 10. So this is normal if. Okay, I don't have the else part. It is a simple if, there is no else part. So we can have the else part also. That is also very important. That should end with the colon. So that is how you can have your proper indent. Otherwise, we lose that indents. Yeah. So the value, when the value of a is not 10. Plus saved, you can run the module and we'll have it. If it is 5, it says the value of a is not 10. So this is the syntax for using an if along with the else. So this is the second type of branching statement where you can use this. And third one, what you're doing is ladder if, or you call as a elif, else if, or anything. Yeah, I can have one more condition in the second part also, because already I am checking the value of a is 10 or not. If it is 10, prints it is a, yes. I mean, yes, the value of a is 10, else it goes for the 10. I can have another condition also. Yeah. So what is that condition? For that I can have I can have another logic. I can have another input. I can get another input. Okay. So control V. The value is B. Yeah. So I can have my B. So simple. So what I'm doing here is okay, anything, you know, biggest of two numbers or anything. But here simply what I can do is a greater than b or not. If it is the value of a, yes, a is bigger, so else a is bigger. Okay, for the else condition we'll go with the b is bigger. Sorry, and then b is bigger. And you see, run the module. So it should prompt me for the two inputs, the value a I'm entering, and for value b it should be 20. So the b is bigger. Okay, so this is a normal condition. All right. So apart from that, I can also have the else if condition. So in the if also, I need to compare something. So what I'm going to compare, that is, that condition can be of anything. You know, instead of this condition, so what I can do, I can simply assign, I can check the value is 10 or not, and I having b. Okay, so else if, so how this if can be given? Yes, so normally what we do is else if a greater than b. Yeah, look here, you can identify the syntax. We are wrong with the syntax. If you are right with the syntax, automatically this keyword, the color of this keyword will keep changing. So what is the syntax for else if? This is it. That's all. You need not to type it fully. elif is more than enough. So this is syntax for having the else if. Okay. So I can have the another statement else if. So if I'm having, so it should always end with what? The else. I can have an else part. Else I'm saying what? What do you wanna say? Nothing. Nothing. So we can have some other prompting. I mean, if it is true, yes. As a, I mean, a is 10. For this condition, if this goes right, yes, b, I mean, sorry, a is big. If that goes wrong with the third condition, it says nothing. Let's check this. I'm assigning the value as 10 and printing it's 5. Yes, a is 10. My first condition will get executed because I'm right with the first condition. The second and third part will never be checked. So let me change the value now, because the value of a is not equal to 10. Okay, so rather I give 5. I have an I'm getting a value for b now. I mean, yes, of course, I can have 10. So it is nothing. Why it is nothing? Because a is not equal to 10 and a is not greater than b, so it prints nothing. The first two condition goes wrong, so probably the interpreter goes with the third one. It prints nothing. Okay, fine. You can have, if you want to print the second condition, you can give your input accordingly. It means the value of a should be greater than b, right? You give accordingly. Yeah, I'm giving 7. The value of the value of a is 7 here, and the value of b maybe 2 here. So probably yes, a is big. So this part alone will be executed. Okay. So this is another way of using the else if conditions. Okay. Then nested if. So what is the nested if? You can have you can have one more if in the if, within the if. Okay, that's another kind we can use the branching statements. So I'm assigning one more if here. Yeah. So if that goes right, and probably I'm printing another if. I have a condition. You can use anything. So b, you can check b should equal to 5. If that goes right, and probably I can have print yes, b is 5. Yes, b is 5. Okay, that's another one. Then for that else if you can have another condition, you can change this condition now here. It is not necessary. Fine. These code blocks should be over then and there. For this if that if goes wrong, okay, print b is not 5. Print b is not 5. Not 5. Okay, for this one. And for this if, I can have another else. So print a is not 10. 10. Let's run. Somewhere I've missed the intended blocks. Yes, here. So this is what the Python interpreter expects you. If there is any error with the indent, it properly prompts you to give the proper indent. Yeah. So thereby you can be very clear that you are right with the syntax. Fine, I'm assigning the value as 10. For for a as 10 and for b also 10. So it says b is not 5. Yes, a is 10, whereas b is not 5. So that is what the desired output which I am expecting to be. Okay, yeah. So for the second input, so what I'm doing is I'm assigning the two different values. For a and b. Okay, a is 10 and b is also 5. Yes, a is 10 and b is 5. Okay, so this is how you can use your logics according to the type of the branching sections that we need. So we don't worry about the logics here, just go through the syntax. The syntax is very important because I'm sure the people are very much familiar with the logics with the different programming languages the people have worked with. But this Python is very new for us. So when you are learning any new programming languages, we should be very cautious and conscious about the syntax. Should be very clear with the syntax. So thereby I have clearly explained the different syntax for using the different branching statements. Okay, so that's all. Thereby we have completed this section by explaining the syntax for if else, if conditions. So, we will see the next one in the next class. Thank you.